Have you ever wondered what sets truly intelligent individuals apart? It's not just their IQ, eloquence, or ability to solve complex problems. True intelligence, as the ancient Stoics believed, is not measured by knowledge but by how one applies wisdom to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. It's the rare combination of discernment, self-control, and resilience that empowers intelligent people to navigate the chaos of the modern world with grace and clarity. An intelligent person doesn't just react to life. They respond with purpose. They embrace discomfort, knowing it sharpens their character. They listen more than they speak, valuing understanding over winning an argument. They focus on what truly matters, leaving the trivial to fade into the background. These traits aren't accidental. They are cultivated, and the roots of this intelligence lie in principles passed down by great Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. In this video, we'll explore 7 transformative habits and mindsets intelligent people embody, practices deeply rooted in Stoicism and astonishingly relevant in our modern lives. Stick with us to uncover timeless wisdom that could transform not only how you think but how you live. 1. Intelligence as practical. Wisdom, defining intelligence through Stoic philosophy. What does it mean to be truly intelligent? Is it the ability to memorize facts, solve complex problems, or earn accolades? The Stoics believed intelligence was something far deeper, practical wisdom. For them, it wasn't about knowing everything. It was about knowing what matters and living in alignment with that understanding. Take Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of Rome. Despite his immense power, he understood that intelligence wasn't about domination or self-indulgence. It was about making decisions rooted in reason, virtue, and purpose. In his journal, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This simple principle encapsulates the Stoic view of practical wisdom, the ability to discern between what you can and cannot control, and to focus your energy only on what truly matters. In modern terms, an intelligent person doesn't get bogged down by distractions. They don't waste time worrying about the uncontrollable, be it the opinions of others, the unpredictable nature of life, or past mistakes. Instead, they channel their mental energy into actions that align with their values and long-term goals. Imagine a surgeon performing a life-saving operation. They cannot control the outcome entirely, but they can control their preparation, focus, and effort in the moment. This is practical wisdom in action, a balance of reason, action, and emotional clarity. Similarly, in our daily lives, intelligence is the ability to filter out noise and direct ourselves toward meaningful action, no matter the circumstances. The Stoics teach us that intelligence is not innate but cultivated. It's about training the mind to respond, not react, to pause before acting and ask, what is the right thing to do here? This deliberate approach ensures that our actions are guided by logic and virtue, rather than impulsiveness or fleeting emotions. But intelligence also requires humility. The wise person knows they don't know everything, and that's okay. Socrates famously said, "I know that I know nothing," a mindset that underscores the Stoic value of remaining open to learning and growth. This humility is what separates the truly intelligent from the merely knowledgeable. So, intelligence, as the Stoics saw it, is not just about intellect. It's about living with clarity, purpose, and self-mastery. But how does this wisdom translate into action? What does an intelligent person do differently in their daily life? That's where the next point comes in, focusing on what you can control. Let's explore how this fundamental Stoic principle shapes the behavior of intelligent individuals. Try to focus on what you can control, applying the dichotomy of control. Life is full of uncertainties. Plans fall apart, people disappoint us, and circumstances spiral beyond our influence. The question is, how do we respond? Do we waste time lamenting what we can't change? Or do we focus our energy where it truly matters? The Stoics offered a powerful answer, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, famously said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This distinction is the foundation of the dichotomy of control. According to Epictetus, the intelligent person recognizes that their peace of mind depends on focusing only on what lies within, their control, their thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, external events, the opinions of others, and even the outcome of their efforts, is beyond their control and therefore not worth their worry. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam. You can't control the cars around you or the flow of traffic, but you can control how you respond. You could choose frustration, cursing every passing minute, or you could choose calm, using the time to listen to a podcast, reflect on your day, or simply breathe. One reaction leads to stress. The other leads to peace. In the modern world, distractions constantly test our ability to apply this principle. Social media, for example, bombards us with curated glimpses of other people's lives. It's easy to feel envious or inadequate, but an intelligent person reminds themselves, I can't control what others post or think of me, but I can control how I interpret it and where I place my focus. This principle isn't about apathy or indifference, it's about freedom. By letting go of the need to control the uncontrollable, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the Roman Empire during wars and plagues. In his Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Despite the chaos around him, he focused on his role as a leader, making decisions rooted in reason and virtue, rather than being paralyzed by fear of outcomes. He couldn't dictate. The dichotomy of control teaches us to channel our energy into what matters: our actions, choices, and mindset. When we embrace this, we gain clarity and resilience even in life's storms. But intelligence isn't just about managing external challenges. It's also about mastering what's within, our emotions. So how does an intelligent person regulate their inner world? That's the focus of our next point: emotional mastery. 3. Emotional mastery. Why intelligent people regulate emotions. Why do some people remain calm in the face of chaos, while others crumble at the slightest inconvenience? The answer lies in emotional mastery, a cornerstone of both Stoic philosophy and true intelligence. Intelligent individuals understand that emotions, left unchecked, can cloud judgment and derail progress. For the Stoics, mastering emotions wasn't about suppressing them, but understanding, regulating, and channeling them in ways that align with reason and virtue. Picture a sailor navigating a storm. If they panic and let fear take over, they risk losing control of the ship. But if they remain composed, focusing on the sails and the helm, they increase their chances of survival. Similarly, life throws storms at us, but it's our ability to regulate emotions like fear, anger, and sadness that determines whether we sink or stay afloat. The Stoics saw emotions as natural, but believed they shouldn't dictate our actions. Seneca, in particular, warned against being a slave to emotions. He wrote, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." For intelligent people, this means recognizing emotions as signals rather than commands. Imagine being criticized at work. The initial sting of anger or defensiveness is natural, but acting on it, impulsively arguing back or shutting down, only worsens the situation. Emotional mastery means pausing to ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? And how can I respond constructively? An intelligent person might use criticism as an opportunity to grow, rather than taking it as a personal attack. Science now supports what the Stoics knew centuries ago. Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and regulate emotions, is linked to better decision-making, stronger relationships, and greater overall well-being. By mastering emotions, intelligent individuals don't suppress how they feel. They acknowledge their emotions and choose their responses with intention. But how does one develop emotional mastery? The Stoics taught the value of self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about his emotions in Meditations, questioning why he felt a certain way and reminding himself of the bigger picture. For instance, when faced with anger, he'd ask, will this matter in the long run? Is this a reflection of my values, or am I just reacting impulsively? Emotional mastery is not about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally wise. Intelligent people use emotions as a tool for understanding themselves and others, never letting fleeting feelings dictate their actions. But there's another layer to this intelligence, not just regulating emotions, but channeling them towards something greater. How does this tie into purposeful living? Let's explore that in our next point. Purposeful living. 4. Purposeful living. Intelligent choices align with a greater purpose. What does it mean to live with purpose? Is it chasing success, fame, or material wealth? The Stoics would argue otherwise. For them, a purposeful life wasn't about chasing fleeting rewards, but about aligning your choices with a greater sense of meaning. Intelligent individuals understand this. They recognize that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from living in harmony with their values and contributing to something larger than themselves. Consider the life of Marcus Aurelius. As emperor, he had access to unimaginable wealth and power. Yet his focus was never on self-indulgence. In his meditations, he constantly reminded himself to serve the greater good. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, he wrote. For Marcus, every decision was guided by a singular purpose: to live virtuously and fulfill his role as a just leader. In modern terms, intelligent people understand that their daily choices ripple outward. They ask themselves, does this decision align with my principles? Does it contribute to the kind of person I want to be or the legacy I wish to leave? This clarity of purpose acts as a compass, steering them through life's distractions and temptations. Imagine someone choosing between two career paths. One offers a high salary, but requires compromising their integrity. The other pays less, but allows them to make a positive impact. The intelligent person, guided by purpose, chooses the latter. Why? Because they value long-term meaning over short-term gratification. This isn't an easy path, but as the Stoics taught, the harder choice is often the more virtuous one. Purposeful living also requires embracing the idea of interconnectedness, a key Stoic concept. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." Intelligent people understand that their actions affect others, and they strive to make choices that benefit the collective. They find meaning not in selfish pursuits, but in contributing to their family, community, or even humanity as a whole. Living with purpose doesn't mean having all the answers. It means continually asking the right questions. Why am I doing this? What impact will it have? Does this align with my higher goals? By grounding their choices in purpose, intelligent people avoid the emptiness of aimless living. But purposeful living isn't just about what we pursue, it's also about how we respond to challenges. Intelligent individuals view adversity as an opportunity to grow and strengthen their resolve. And that brings us to the next crucial trait: learning from adversity. Let's dive deeper into how the Stoics transformed obstacles into stepping stones. 5. Learning from adversity. Resilience as a sign of true intelligence. Life is unpredictable. No matter how carefully we plan, we all face adversity. Whether it's a personal loss, a professional setback, or a global crisis, challenges are an inevitable part of the human experience. So how do intelligent people respond? Do they shrink from adversity, or do they face it head-on, growing stronger in the process? According to the Stoics, resilience, the ability to learn and grow through adversity, is a defining characteristic of true intelligence. Take the life of Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become one of the most respected philosophers of his time. His circumstances were far from ideal, yet he transformed hardship into strength. In his discourses, Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." His life exemplifies the Stoic belief that adversity is not something to fear, but something to learn from. In modern life, this principle can be seen in people who, when faced with failure, don't crumble. Instead, they analyze the situation, learn from their mistakes, and adjust their strategies moving forward. They understand that hardship is not a roadblock, but an opportunity for growth. For example, a business owner who faces bankruptcy might use the experience to reassess their approach, seek new knowledge, and rebuild with greater wisdom. Resilience is not just bouncing back. It's coming back stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next challenge. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of amor fati, the love of fate. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reflected on the idea that everything, even hardship, has a purpose in the grand scheme of life. By embracing our circumstances, no matter how difficult, we learn to see them not as obstacles but as integral parts of our personal growth. This shift in mindset is what allows intelligent people to persevere with grace. They don't resist adversity, they embrace it, knowing that every challenge is a chance to sharpen their character. It's important to note that resilience doesn't mean pretending everything is fine or suppressing emotions. The Stoics were not advocating for a cold, emotionless response to suffering. Rather, they promoted the idea of acknowledging pain and difficulty but not letting it dictate our actions. Epictetus taught, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Resilience, therefore, is about maintaining inner peace despite external turmoil. But resilience is just one aspect of intelligent living. In addition to facing adversity with strength, intelligent people are also skilled in navigating everyday interactions with wisdom and humility. This brings us to another key trait: listening more, speaking less. Let's explore how intelligent people practice the art of listening, not just hearing. Listening more, speaking less. Humility and wisdom in communication. In a world where opinions are abundant and voices often compete for attention, the ability to listen may seem like a lost art, yet the Stoics viewed listening as a profound act of wisdom. To them, intelligent people understood the value of listening more than speaking. For in silence lies clarity, and in humility lies understanding. Seneca, in his writings, highlighted the importance of being mindful of what we say. He warned, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." In other words, talking endlessly about our thoughts and opinions doesn't necessarily add value. It often diverts us from truly understanding others. By choosing to listen more, intelligent individuals gather information, learn from others, and avoid the trap of egocentrism. Listening more than speaking is not merely about being quiet. It's about approaching communication with humility. The Stoics emphasize that wisdom is not found in talking but in learning. The intelligent person knows that they do not have all the answers, and by listening to others they open themselves to new ideas and perspectives. This act of humility enriches their understanding and allows them to make better decisions. Imagine a leader who values input from their team, actively listening to each member's perspective before making a decision. They don't feel the need to assert their own view at every moment. Instead, they trust that the collective wisdom of the group will lead to a more informed and thoughtful outcome. This is wisdom in practice, an understanding that speaking less and listening more is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It's a way of acknowledging that true intelligence comes from considering all sides before forming conclusions. In modern life, this principle can be especially valuable. In conversations, we are often quick to respond, to present our thoughts before fully hearing someone else. Yet the Stoic way asks us to pause, to truly listen, not just to the words but to the feelings and intentions behind them. By doing so, we foster deeper connections and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Moreover, this quiet humility in communication often leads to greater respect from others. People who listen attentively show that they value what others have to say, which in turn encourages mutual respect and collaboration. In this way, speaking less isn't about holding back. It's about creating space for others to share their wisdom, and in doing so, enriching our own understanding. But listening is just one tool in the intelligent person's toolkit. There's also a deeper practice of prioritizing the things that truly matter. And that brings us to the next principle, avoiding the trivial. Let's explore how intelligent people distinguish between what's worth their time and energy and what isn't. 7. Avoiding the trivial, the art of prioritizing what truly matters. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to become distracted by the trivial, those small, fleeting concerns that seem urgent, but ultimately serve no real purpose. Yet the Stoics believe that true intelligence lies in the ability to focus on what is truly important and to disregard the rest. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, learning to avoid the trivial is one of the most powerful skills an intelligent person can develop. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire and fought wars, was keenly aware of life's many distractions. In his meditations, he often reminded himself that time is our most precious resource. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This simple yet profound realization underscores the Stoic commitment to living with intention. Every moment matters, and intelligent people understand that their time and energy must be spent on what aligns with their values, goals, and purpose. Consider the modern-day equivalent of scrolling endlessly through social media or binge-watching mindless television. These activities may feel like small pleasures or distractions from daily stress, but they do little to move us forward. In fact, they often drain our energy and leave us feeling unfulfilled. The intelligent person recognizes this and chooses to prioritize activities that contribute to their growth, whether it's reading, practicing a skill, or nurturing meaningful relationships. The art of avoiding the trivial is not about cutting out fun or relaxation. Rather, it's about intentional living. It's about being discerning in how we spend our time, choosing to engage in activities that serve our deeper purposes and lead to long-term fulfillment. For example, a person focused on personal growth might choose to spend their evenings meditating or journaling instead of scrolling through an endless stream of content. This choice, though simple, reflects an awareness of what truly contributes to their well-being and goals. Intelligent people also understand that not everything that demands their attention deserves it. In our work lives, we're often bombarded with emails, meetings, and tasks that seem urgent but, upon closer inspection, are insignificant. The Stoics taught the importance of filtering out the noise and focusing on the essential. Epictetus put it this way: if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Sometimes, avoiding the trivial means ignoring the pressures and distractions of society and staying true to what you know matters. In a world full of distractions, the intelligent person knows how to zoom in on what will truly move them forward. They focus on what adds value to their life and aligns with their values. By doing so, they live a life that is intentional, purposeful, and ultimately more fulfilling. Now, having explored these key traits of intelligence through the Stoic lens, resilience, emotional mastery, purposeful living, and more, it's clear that intelligence is not just about what we know but how we live. So as we conclude this exploration of Stoic wisdom, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you prioritizing what truly matters, or are you caught up in the trivial? The next step in becoming truly intelligent is learning to embrace the timeless wisdom of Stoicism in your everyday life. To wrap up, intelligence, according to Stoic philosophy, is not simply about accumulating knowledge or reacting to life's challenges. It's about the wisdom to live purposefully, to regulate your emotions, and to focus on what truly matters. It's about building resilience in the face of adversity and humbly listening to others while avoiding distractions. True intelligence is not something that happens in isolation. It's a way of living, a mindset that aligns your actions with your values, guiding you toward a deeper, more meaningful life. As we close today's exploration of Stoic principles, remember, intelligence is a lifelong pursuit. It's about growing, evolving, and continuously applying these ancient teachings to the modern world. Now that you've discovered how to live with more wisdom and purpose, the next step is in your hands. Like this video if you found value in these Stoic insights. Share it with someone who could use a reminder to live more intentionally, and subscribe for more deep, thought-provoking content on Stoic philosophy and personal growth.